So moving on to the another NBA topic here. So Bradley Beal ends up in a lot of trade rumors, and that's what we're hearing constantly. And another
a couple of years of this,
right? Yeah,
because which is hilarious because I mean, as you said earlier, he's now a free agent. He wasn't a free agent the last couple of years when all these people are floating these trades out there.
Yeah, after his rookie deal was up, he signed the extension with Washington. And then because Washington hasn't been a really good team, he became a really sexy player for everybody to talk about. Can they trade for this guy? Can they trade for this guy? And it's been up and, that rumor's been out there forever. And then this week, Colin Cowherd put his stamp on it by saying he would trade, if he was the Celtics, he would trade Marcus Smart and whatever other draft picks they wanted to get Bradley Beal. And listen,
he puts you over the top as he has single-handedly been able to carry the Washington Wizards to the playoffs. Oh wait, he hasn't.
Right, yeah. So they didn't make the playoffs last year. They had Bradley Beal, they had Porzingis, they had Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. They have a decent team. They should have been able to make the playoffs, but anyway,
in the Eastern Conference, yeah,
right. And so
at least make the play-in tournament,
right? And listen. I think Bradley Beal's a really good player, okay? Really high-level scorer, okay? But he's not a great defender. He's made All-NBA third team one time. So only one season out of the almost 10 years he's been in the league, people thought he was one of the 15 best players. So, while I don't dislike the Marcus Smart and a bunch of draft picks for Bradley Beal, even though there's no chance of them actually getting Bradley Beal for that. Like, let's just be clear, that trade doesn't work at all. Like, in order to get Bradley Beal, you're going to have to trade Jaylen Brown probably. Like, you're not getting Bradley Beal for Marcus Smart and a bunch of junk. Washington's not that stupid.
Yeah.
So, I think Bradley Beal is a good player. But again, he's not getting you to the top. I'm not convinced he's a number 2 player on a championship team. Maybe if he's your third best player, maybe. But I don't think this is a difference maker. Now, would I be happy if the Heat were able to get him? Absolutely. Because he's an upgrade over Kyle Lowry or Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
And I think I told you that. Like, he's like a little better version of Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Not great on defense. Really good scorer, good shooter. That's kind of basically what he is. So, yeah, I think it's nothing against Bradley Beal. He's a fine player. But this idea that, oh, my God, if this team gets him, well, that puts him over the top is kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
It helps, but this isn't a game changer. This isn't a game-changing trade. And I think
there's no game-changing trades out there.
There aren't. There really aren't. Because he's been kind of the best player that people kind of think might be available. He's been exalted in our minds to a better player than he is. When, like I said, he's not.
And again, like I said, you can't just assemble a bunch of all-stars and be like, all right, we're good. No, it's more complicated like that than that because, like, as you said, there's so much talent in the league. There's so much good perimeter defense that you got to have even if you say a team is like Nick Wright is on this, the Bucks are the clear favorite next year. There's no question in my mind about it. And it's like, dude, no. When they won the championship, they won the finals in 6 games. They went to 7 games in the second round. They went to 6 games in the conference finals because they're, Giannis is a dominant player, but the rest of their team has a bunch of flaws with it.
Yeah.
Okay? So, and that's kind of any of the championship contenders that people are talking about. They've all got flaws. They're not like, if you're saying that you think they're going to win, that's fine. But to put them far and away above somebody else, you can't do that anymore. There's too much talent.
Right. Yeah, it's really hard to win in the NBA. So I understand, like, the Celtics lose the finals, right? I understand the criticism, but it's not like the Celtics need to make ridiculous moves in order to get there. They need to improve.
They're close. They need to improve. Maybe they need to make some moves on the make some little couple percentage improvements in some different areas. But I mean, they were right there. They were up 2-1 in the finals. Yeah, and it wasn't like it was some magical year. No, I mean they they blew away the Brooklyn Nets, and they played a really close series with Milwaukee. They made some shots, and they were able to get past Miami, even though they kind of sabotaged themselves a little bit. So
yeah, if they stop averaging 18 turnovers a game, they can.
they might be They might have had a parade this year. Like they were. It was that close.
Yeah.
So
yeah.